Because I actually don't know.
What is this for, though?
I feel like we're doing like a real deal interview.
It's for the documentary.
Yes,
All right,
yeah.
let's go.
All right.
Who did you get? 10 years. It doesn't seem like 10 years.
10 years, a decade. You hit a decade, it's like a milestone, you know. So for me, I feel like it's a great accomplishment. Like 10 is great.
It's amazing because the time went quickly, right?
10 years, you know, and it's not saying it's like, oh, it's 10 easy years. No, every church has their ups and downs, but it's been 10 faithful years, 10 fun years, 10 loving years, 10 years of family, you know, 10 years of friendship. It's been great, and I'm so happy for year 10 for us.
You know, especially when you're doing what you love with the people that you love, it just went so quickly. It's hard to believe that it's been 10 years. Yeah.
Being in ministry for 10 years, like to see, and they haven't skipped a beat. Like I know 10 years is a commitment in anything that you do. Like in any place that you go, 10 years is like, that's huge.
I'll say this, pastoring is probably one of the most demanding positions you could have.
Being a pastor is very interesting. I'll say this, ministry never stops on Sunday. So just because you leave the church building on Sunday does not mean you get to go home and chill and wait till Wednesday. Absolutely not. I'll say it's definitely something that you dedicate your life to. It's a lifestyle.
A lot of folks don't see what happens behind the scenes. You know, they just see what happens on Sunday and they think, oh, I can do that. Well, behind the scenes, they don't see you praying with people. They don't see you doing counseling. They don't see you up late at night praying. They don't see you up late at night because you have an issue with someone that you need to get involved with.
Most of the ministering and pastoring that you do is outside of that. And it's crazy to think that there are people who like want to place themselves in that office.
You belong to the people, you belong to the ministry, so you have to really pull away. You have to be very intentional to take time for yourself.
If you're not called to that office, don't even step in it. Because it takes a lot of grace and discipline
And sacrifice.
to even want to be disciplined to do it. So that doesn't mean that you're gonna be perfect, you know, but you learn as you go, but you have to be willing to do the work.
You know, I've grown just in the pastoral office because when you start out, you can start out with 4 people. And as the people grow, that demand gets bigger. So as a pastor, you have to learn how to really master your time.
I think the hardest part is the image that everyone throws on you, like did I say that word right? Just the moment, the day that you get this pastor title, everyone around you are going to change. Oh, there go pastor. Oh, there go pastor. Everything
It's
changes.
like a stereotype.
Yeah, like you can't hear things or you can't joke around.
When we first started, we had no clue. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful even now because we don't ever want to depend upon what we know. So to still stay in that same place that we need you, God. We I don't know, these your people, this your church. We need to hear from you. What do you want us to do? I think that's the best advice as a pastor that you can receive is that stay before God.
Where did the idea for Household of Faith Ministries come from?
The carpet.
It came from the carpet at Relevant Church.
How many years have y'all been here now? Like 6? So like 6 years ago, like how did y'all end up here?
I was in the carpet on that left-hand side of that church, in the floor, and God spoke it. And but even before then, we would lie in bed and have these conversations and go, man, Can you imagine if we pastored a church? Like, we would just talk about it. So it's like Holy Spirit starts putting these in your heart. You don't know at the time that, it's taking place in your heart.
We were attending another church, and then I came to this church pulse. I believe I was scrolling on Facebook, and I saw Household of Faith pop up, and I was like, oh, I like that church. It seemed like they were having fun, they were live. It just seemed like they really were in tune with each other. It really seemed like a family.
The first service,
You were nervous?
Sure, because you want everything to be decent and in order. We did it at our home, so people coming in, you want them to be comfortable.
But the first service, it was only 4 of us.
It was 4 of us, right. The nervousness was, would people come because you always hear, if you're doing it at home, that's not. People are not going to come. Well, that's how they started in the olden days, but we didn't let none of that matter.
The place doesn't matter. The number of people doesn't matter. You're nervous always because you want to please God.
Right.
You want to be sure that you're being obedient and releasing the word. We preached with 4 the same way we preach now.
Right, exactly.
So it's always been the same. It's important. Our mindset and our focus and our purpose was always the same.
I haven't really ran into any ministry in my experience that was so real and upfront and honest with me about just ministry in itself, or just even you as an individual, me as an individual. It was very genuine.
I think the love was just real. The family dynamic was just real, and it didn't stop. Like, it's not like we just went and it kind of just was there when we first. Because you know how when you go to a church or you first go, it's like
it felt like we was there forever.
And when people join, like, we just get
like you jump right
in, like you feel right. You're at home. So I've changed so much. I know we've been here for 6 years. It seems like a long time, but it's really not. From where I was when we first came in, oh my God.
What are your feelings for your associate pastors? Like, if you talk a little bit about Pastor Fred and Pastor Danielle.
Oh, we don't like them.
For me, after being with them so long, it's almost like you're still yourself, but you get so many traits of someone. So sometimes when I do something, I'm like, man, I sound like Pastor Donna. Or Fred may do something and I may be like, man, he sound like Pastor Diddy.
Anywhere they go, when it comes to teaching, they will have the spirit of excellence, even in someone else's house.
Absolutely. We adore them. We adore them. They have sown and served. They're qualified to be in the position that God has opened for them.
Like, they're very important to us. And we thank God for them. I personally thank God for them. I personally thank God for Pastor Billy too. When you come from a certain background and things like that, there's still a lot of things that you gotta learn, especially when stepping into ministry. So what I was thankful for was the challenge that they put in place. So they're not timid by far. So what I respect about them is they have no problem challenging you to grow. 10 years from now, I expect Household of Faith to really be a household name. Like, to make a stamp so big, like, and not like your typical mega church or nothing like that. I'm talking about like making a real impact on the nation.
I can tell you what we see now is not even the tip of the iceberg. It's going to be so much, and I'll say this, the dynamics is going to shift based off the timing for the growth. But every time we are prepared for the growth, it'll come.
I really see it being a household name, like stamped and certified.
I agree. I just see us being so much bigger, like you said, reaching so many people. I think it's just so important that people just see the love of God, not just of people, but who God is, and our church is that. I don't care. Our church is that.
What will retirement look like? I really wouldn't know, because even if you retire, you still have sons and daughters that you're responsible for.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a campus, you may be the overseer, but I don't think you ever do retire.
No. I think the wisdom that comes with experience and will always be needed. The way that we operate may change, but I don't think we will ever retire. 10 years from now, in the perfect will of the Father, whoever is supposed to be with us will be with us. Those who are not won't, and we will still be doing the Father's business, right? Just carrying out the assignment, still just teaching the word and loving the people, still building a loving community of believers and equipping them for the work of the ministry. That's what we'll be doing.
Happy 10th anniversary, Household of Faith, and many more to come.
Happy 10th anniversary!
Wish you the best.
Happy 10th anniversary.
Continue to be obedient to God, seek after His heart, and He will continue to bless you.
Happy 10th anniversary.
Happy 10th anniversary, Pastor Donna and Pastor.
Happy 10th anniversary.
Happy 10th anniversary.
Congratulations, and I'm praying 10 and 20 and 30 more years to come.
Congratulations on 10 years of excellence in ministry.
Happy anniversary.
Happy 10th anniversary.
Happy 10th anniversary, y'all. Keep doing what you do. Keep loving God. And as you lead the way, we will continue to follow.
Happy 10th anniversary.
Every little thought, every little prayer, every little text, every reach out that you've placed in my life, it goes beyond thanks.
Happy 10th anniversary.
Happy 10-year anniversary. You guys deserve it. I love you.
So tell me your name. What's your name?
Brother.
And what's your name? Who are you guys' parents? What's your parents' name?
Mommy.
Mommy. And what?
Daniel.
Uh-huh. And your dad's name?
Fred.
Yeah. Do you guys know the name of the church?
Yeah. Household Ministry. I do it.
Yeah, that's a good guess. There we go. And how old are you guys?
5.
Braylon, how old are you? How old is Braylon, Fred? Do you guys know what we're celebrating? How many years? 10, it's the 10th year anniversary?
What do? No, Easter?
Nah, it's the church's 10th anniversary. They've been preaching for 10 years.
Daddy, I don't know that.
You didn't know that?
Yeah.
So look, this is what you gotta say. You gotta say, happy 10-year anniversary.
Happy 10-year anniversary.
Braylon, say happy 10-year anniversary.
Happy birthday.
All right. And do you guys know how long you've been at the church?
Yeah. 48.
48?
48.
That's a good answer.
84.
Is there anything you guys want to say?
100 hours.
100 hours? I feel you.
Yeah. 100 and 107.
And then one more question. Is there anything you guys want to say to Pastor Donna and Pastor Billy? What do you want to say? You want to say thank you for everything? Okay. What about you, Braylon?
Yeah.
Can you say congratulations? There you go. Good job, guys.